Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. Today we're going to be looking at the new Viera male and female hairstyles that have made its way into the game in 6.2, or at least they're new to the Viera at least. So let's have a look at them. I've fantasia'd my character so we can go and re-edit it. I thought this was probably the best thing to do, honestly. So let's just load up any old Viera. That one will do. So let's go into the game with our Viera and have a look at those because my main character's got them unlocked. And then we'll look at male ones as well. Alrighty, we're in the game and we fantasia'd. So let's go and see these new hairstyles on this female Bun Bun first. So I was very happy to hear that they were getting some updates, and honestly it's about time, if I do say so myself. I think that this was long overdue. But at least they're working on it over time, you know, as patches come out and things like that. So one of the hairstyles that we can utilize here is the one with the hair, this one, right? This is one of the new ones. So obviously we've got our highlights set to purple here as well as pink. That's something we didn't have access to previously as Viera. That looks quite nice, actually. Yeah, I mean, these are hairstyles that currently exist already in the game, but to have you know, access to them on Viera and have like a scrolling list of hair is significantly better than what it was before. We also have the Braid Hairstyle, which is this one that goes over the front now. That's also new to Viera. That looks quite nice. It fits quite well. Some of the other hairstyles they added, I was a little bit complainant about because of how it looked like ears were stuck on the top. And that looks pretty good, at least in the darker colors. Let's see what these look like in a lighter color. Yeah, honestly, that works. That looks good. Maybe we should keep it in a lighter color just so we can have a good demonstration. Let's do that, and I'll show the previous one again. There we go. So that's what that looks like. Bright white colors. Obviously, you can have your highlights and things. One of the other hairstyles is the short one. Is it this one? This is one of the other hairstyles that's new then, a short spiky. So if you want really short hair on your character, maybe there's some gear that, you know, you hate to see clip through. That looks alright. Doesn't look too bad. Nice variety options, honestly. One of the other hairstyles was this one that was recently made available to Viera as well, which is the Great Lengths hairstyle. So if you have this, you can finally use it on your Viera, which looks pretty good, honestly. I mean, long hairstyles are obviously going to suit characters like this. It's currently one of the longest hairstyles in the game, especially with this side parting with no fringe. I think they should add a version of this with a fringe, honestly. That would make a lot of people very happy. It looks really nice, doesn't it? Really nice. I mean, hopefully this is scratching the itch of people who wanted to know what these things look like. We also have access to the Modern Legend hairstyle as well, which looks pretty good. Again, another short hairstyle, if that's your cup of tea. Looking pretty good. Again, I'm just choosing to demonstrate this in white hair because I thought that would be the best way to do it. And then I believe the final hairstyle is this one, which is Early to Rise. A lot of people have been looking forward to seeing this on Viera. And honestly, it looks quite nice, especially the bow. I forgot about the bow. That looks quite nice. It suits the character rather well, actually. Yeah, that suits the character way more than it does on my Makote. I like that, actually. That's nice. If I played a Viera, that's probably one of the ones I would go with. Either that or Great Lengths, because you can't go wrong with Great Lengths, as long as you don't mind a bit of extra forehead. So that was the Viera hairstyles. Those are the new ones. Of course, there are 6. There is also 6 new male hairstyles as well. So let's go and have a look at those, what those look like. So let's change this to male. Right, here we are in the esthetician, like usual with our character. I've made the hair as white as possible, just as a demonstration of, you know, so you can actually see this properly in a lit area. So one of the new hairstyles is this one, which was added a while back. That looks, I guess, fairly good. I mean, it's a short hair with a little bit of a quiff. A lot of people will probably like that. Me personally, I'm not a massive fan of the short hairs, but that might scratch an itch for some people who might want that particular hairstyle. This is another one of the hairstyles that was added. So we've got a flat fringed sort of box. What would you call this? Like a box shape haircut. I really don't like that at all, but some people love that. Looking pretty, at least it fits, right? There's a little bit of an issue with the ears looking slightly glued on there. I think it's just because of the length of the ears, most likely, honestly, at the end of the day. One of the other hairstyles is this one, which I think looks quite good, actually. That looks quite good. A bad boy bun, ready to cause some havoc. I quite like the spikier hairstyles, honestly. That's probably one of the ones I would go for. Either this or, like, if I could, you know, a cloud stripe hairstyle, that sort of stuff. Then there's a long hairstyle, which honestly looks pretty badass on a male. I like that. That's the great lengths hairstyle. Still don't understand the hunched backs of Viera models. I don't know what it is with the male characters personally, but I suppose with gear it doesn't really matter, but you know, each to their own. Yeah, that looks pretty good, honestly. I don't mind that. Kind of looks a little bit like Sephiroth. You know what I mean? Bun. Let's call him Bun. Bunneroth. Is that the better term? We have this one, which is Modern Legend, which looks pretty cool. Again, short spiky hair with the quiff. This one works even more so because it's hiding the joints between the ears and the actual hair itself. That works really well. There is a bit of clipping, however, on this bit here, as you can see, where the quiff is just going through the ear at weird angles. As long as you don't mind that, it does blend in quite nicely, and I'm sure in a darker color that would look lovely. In fact, let's just demonstrate that. Yeah, you wouldn't even notice with a darker color, would you? I like that. That's nice. And then the final hairstyle is obviously the early to rise on male characters for male Viera. That looks pretty good, honestly. I quite like that as well. And the extra tufty bits here help disguise the join, like I said before. That's really nice, actually. Not too long, not too short. It's not long enough that it's going to clip into everything, although there are some that are collar height. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Overall, it's going to come down to player preference, but I decided that I wanted to show people what the hairstyles look like. Hopefully they add lots of new hairstyles, and hopefully when they add a hairstyle to the game the next time, they can actually utilize them on Viera, both male and female, and obviously Hrothgar would be lovely to see. So for obviously any new updates and changes like this, and obviously we're going to be looking at new hairstyles from a patch as well in 6.2, stay tuned with me, Meoni. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time.